Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Safety Systems. When it comes to world-class security systems with local installation and monitoring, that's Safety Systems. When it comes to top-flight home entertainment systems, that's Safety Systems. And when it comes to fire security systems, that's Safety Systems. They sell, install, maintain those fire security systems. Call or visit their website this week because, quite clearly, they can do anything. They are spectacular, great company. I've known them for years. I've used them for years. Safety Systems. Give VFL J.J. Surlis a ring. All right, we've been talking about a lot of what-if scenarios today, and since we're looking at David Ovens' column where he featured the last decade, a lot of them have gone against Tennessee. Jimmy mentioned there in that last segment, in '98, there were all kinds of what-ifs that fell your way. Here's a big one from the mid-'90s. John threw this out a few years ago. I think it's terrific, so I'm just going to force him to bring it out again today. Just how the dominoes, now they all fall against you. Back then, they kind of fell your way. Everything that worked, everything you did turned to gold. John, step us through your scenario from the mid-'90s.
So the '94 season happens the way the '94 season does. And
Colt was hurt, and Manning and Brandon Stewart flip-flop.
Manning starts the last 8 games. Yep. Brandon Stewart, with his decision to pack all his stuff and leave Gibbs Hall, hijacks a Tennessee basketball night. But anyhow, he leaves. From that point forward, what happens next?
He makes up for it.
Yes. T. Martin then chooses the University of Tennessee over Auburn and Notre Dame.
Because there's an open backup spot.
So he's on hand here. Peyton Manning, of course, he's the guy, and he goes on to establish all kinds of records and rewrite the record book for the University of Tennessee. T. Martin's there to learn lockstep, compete against the defense, get better. So after Peyton Manning and his senior year ends in '97 with an SEC championship, what happens? T. Martin is ready, and of course, with his athleticism, helps Tennessee overcome that first big what-if, Syracuse, to get the win. All that momentum completes the huge pass against Florida. Tennessee gets that win, but T. Martin's here, and even though it's an undefeated season, what happens late? You've got Kansas State, which is the #1 team to some in their power rankings for the BCS. They go into the Big 12 title game and lose to who? Brandon Stewart and Texas A&M. So he helped Tennessee win a national championship by being in College Station. Now, reverse engineer quickly. If he doesn't transfer after that freshman year, if he stays for just a second season, T. Martin likely goes to Notre Dame or Auburn. Then he's not there to help Tennessee with Kansas State in the Big 12. And if Brandon Stewart doesn't redshirt, then you've got who leading the way in '98? Potentially, and I'm sure Tennessee would have gotten another quarterback, but potentially it's Bernie Veazey, who is your man in the '98 season, as opposed to T. Martin. Oops. So Brandon Stewart leaving after his freshman year, when he did, change things.
And here's the thing, people forget, even though there was debate, there were a lot of fans who preferred Brandon Stewart because he could run. Yeah. Remember that? Yeah. I mean, Peyton Manning was booed a couple of times.
Yeah.
So, yes, everybody thought he can run. We want somebody who can run. Everybody always wants the quarterback who can run. Ainge was over there setting records, and it's like, can we put Crompton in? I hear he can run. Well, anyway, if Stewart comes back, Manning clearly had the job. But what kind, would there have been a grumbling in the locker room? Because the Stewart family wasn't quiet. Would there have been grumbling in the locker room that could have frayed the team? Would fans have, if Manning has a bad day, would people be on his case wanting Brandon Stewart? It was a big what if, and on all 5, his transferring out led to a bunch of other what ifs that all went UT's way. It's amazing. It's a great theory. We were talking in the break about some others. If you go back past 25 years, just the moments that make or break, we threw out, going all the way back, what if Johnny Majors doesn't have heart surgery at the beginning of the season? Or the other what if he just sits back and waits for Tennessee to lose? Yeah. He doesn't rush back. He sees Philip Fulmer start 3-0. What if he just said, and he had people telling him this. And
yes.
And I think if Tim Caron had been around still, he might have told him this, wait, don't rush it back. This team isn't going to go undefeated.
Another quick 85, you got Tony Robinson gets hurt. Darrell Dickey comes in, throws a pass right to an Alabama linebacker. He drops the interception.
Good one.
If he makes that interception, you might not have had the Sugar Balls that year.
Darrell Dickey might never have thrown another.
That's right.
They pretty much didn't let him against Georgia Tech. They had to tie the next week because they just handcuffed him.
And then he
That's
went
a good
on
one.
and set like a season completion percentage record.
Yeah.
I think.
And low interception ratio.
What if Chuck Webb doesn't get hurt?
Yeah, that was on there.
That had the potential for a
In
national championship
1990,
team.
so many close games. The 9-6 loss to Alabama, the tie with Auburn,
Yeah.
you know,
The Notre Dame loss, which
Notre
was just,
Dame loss. Yeah,
A 7-point loss, I believe.
And how about two quick quarterbacks? What if Casey Clausen does not leave California and he stays there? What if Steve Spurrier doesn't leave the state
you
and
are
comes to
going way back
Tennessee?
now, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty
what
good
if they'd
what
gone
if.
to the, what if they'd gone to a T formation sooner? Yeah. And then the other one we threw out was if you don't hire Dave Clawson, but you hire DeBoard or Loeffler from Michigan and you bring Ryan Mallett in here.
what if Doug Dickey said no thanks to Florida in 1969?
A lot of what ifs. We'll be here for the next hour. Thanks for watching. We'll see you here next Sunday. Listen to John and Jimmy on Sports Talk this week, WNML from SEC Media Days. See ya.